what to do, what not to do.
Hi Jaya, I'm also new to this group. I just wanted to ask one thing. What
Yeah.
is basic rule of breathing in and breathing out? Because that is something which is important when it comes when it is concerned about yoga,
Yes.
and usually we overlook it or miss it
Yes.
sometimes. So we would like to hear your views on that.
Absolutely. Who was talking, please? I couldn't locate.
This is Abhishek.
Abhishek. Thank you, Abhishek. Very important. Thank you for bringing up this question. Breathing is very important. So important that in the usual sessions, I even say that we are not breathing to move. We are moving to breathe. You can think of back bends as positioning ourselves so we can breathe better. Um, Simple example, right? Let's. I hope you're all sitting down, right? Sitting down in comfortable Sukhasana posture, right? Raise your arms up, both arms up, both arms up. Yeah. Inhale as much as you can, and then gently bend back, take the arms back, and see if you can inhale a little bit more. And then release the posture. Were you able to feel that as you took your arms back and as you were taking your head back, were you able to breathe a little bit more, Abhishek? Were you able to feel that?
No, not much.
Okay, all right. How about others? Any of you who've been practicing more? Were you able to inhale a bit more as you took your arms back? Yes, Sanjay gives thumbs up. Um, it is very much as you practice, you will notice this. Let's put it that way. That as you position your body, you can actually inhale better. And so it is with the exhalations. When you're bending forward, you can exhale more completely, getting the, the residual air in the lungs. There is a bit of residual air always in the lungs, but you can get more out of that residual air with carbon dioxide out, with more fuller exhalations when you bend forward. And so it is very important to understand what is the proper breathing with each of the postures as we move, and that we will cover in the practice. Okay,
Okay,
Abhishek.
Abhishek. Yes, Jay. Yes, thanks.
You. Any other questions? Good
Hi
question.
Jay, Akhila
Yes,
here.
yes, Akhil.
I just want to understand like why it is 24 rounds of Surya Namaskar. Like, is there
Yeah,
why that specific number?
you want to pick a number, Akhil.
Because I remember like we did for Ratha Saptami 51 rounds like last year 2008 19 I guess.
um, no, I picked. See, we have 4 weeks, or in fact, when we started talking about it, it was a week back.
Okay.
If we had more preparation time, maybe we could go for a higher number. But this is also for those who haven't been practicing. I don't want this to be such a big challenge that they don't even start.
Okay.
This is achievable, even if you have never practiced yoga, never practiced yoga asanas before. This should be possible. And that's the reason. Nothing scientific or nothing mystical about it. Okay.
Okay.
Other question. Okay.
Jay, is there any harm? Generally, I heard that 108 Surya Namaskara is good, which the practitioner can do maximum, right? So, is there any harm beyond harm to do that 100 in a regular practice?
If you are regularly practicing, attempting 108 is fine. What I would like to avoid is at some point in time, turns from diligence to aggression, because you have this goal set in your mind and you are ignoring all the signals that the body is giving you.
Because generally, what I observe, I generally go up to the 48 maximum. Okay, but in 48 you get lot of tiredness, right? So as well as lot of sweat will be there because it will be like a cardio completely for you. So that's why. That's
Right.
right.
Right. And so if you're used to 48, 24 may not be as big of a strain for you. And yet, um, doing 24 rounds should be enough of a workout and not yet kind of completely blows you out. See, Hatha Yoga practice is about bringing the energy up and have the energy flow, not so much as to expend the energy to a point of exhaustion. And that is aggression, and that is violence. And so we try to avoid that. And proper way of approaching 108 is your body is so well or so healthy, then you can approach 108 without completely being exhausted at the end, and then you rest for another a week or so to recover, right? So the practice should be in a way that you practice the next day, you are as good as before, and the body recovers fully, and that is a really good range. And that what you can do in a practice that recovers completely by the next day varies by the amount of practice that we have. And so here we are not trying to go to a point of exhaustion. That is not the point. Good, thanks. I think it was Gaurav. Other questions, comments? All right. As I said, we always begin with the centering, where we settle down, and then we will have a warm up. Then I will have, since I have Manjit and Sanjay on the screen, I will have them do one round of Surya Namaskara, and I will give instruction. And after that, we will break each of the postures and we will practice each of the postures separately. And at the end, we will have as many rounds as possible given the time constraint. And we will end today's session by 7 p.m. Comfortably sitting in any posture, which allows the spine to be comfortably straight. Allow the upper arms to hang loose by the sides of your body. Bend at the elbows. Place the back of your hands on your thighs and knees and softly close your eyes, palms facing up. And so we begin to journey inward. A change in orientation from the senses usually being outward directed to sensing the inner world, observing the inner world. 3 deep breaths. And after that, allow normal breathing. Notice which part of the body where you can feel your breath the most. Is it your abdomen? No right answer. Chest, perhaps. Nostrils, maybe. Wherever you feel the breath. Continue your attention there. Take another deep breath, exhale. Bring the palms to the heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Tilt your head forward, chin slightly going toward the chest. Let's take a resolution to spend the next half hour or so paying attention to the inner experience as we follow the Hatha Yoga instructions diligently, without aggression. We pay attention, and that is a resolution we take. Gently open your eyes. Inhaling, take the arms by the side, palms going up, looking up. Exhaling, palms coming down to the chest, looking down at the fingers. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up, stretching the throat just a bit. Exhaling down, stretching the back of the neck just a bit. One last round, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Release. Come to cat posture, hands and knees. Shoulders above the wrists, knees below the hip joints. Inhaling, look up, allow the spine to go down. Exhaling, look down, arch your spine up. 4 more rounds. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, look down, arch your back. You're not trying to get done with 5 rounds. You're paying attention. Remember the resolution. Follow the instructions and pay attention. After completing neutral cat posture, take a deep breath, exhale. Let the breathing be smooth without any jerks. Smooth inhalations and smooth exhalations through the nose, always through the nose. Mouth always is closed throughout the practice. And unless I give you instructions, you never hold your breath. So always, you're always breathing in or out. Right leg back, up, parallel to the ground. Gently raise the leg up, entire leg up, and look up. Inhale, exhaling, look down, arch your back up, bring the knee to the nose. Inhaling, leg going up, look up. 3 more rounds. Actually, make a total of 5 if you have done 1, 2, total 5 rounds. After completing, neutral posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Left leg back. And left leg higher, look up, inhale. Exhaling, knee to the nose. Inhaling back up, and that is 1 round. 4 more rounds. And when the knee is going to the nose, the toes off the mat. Toes are not resting on the mat. Even if you're not touching the nose to the knee, leave or lift the leg so the toes are not touching. After completing, neutral cat posture. Take a deep breath, exhale. Right leg to the back, left arm to the back, to the front. Left arm to the front, parallel to the ground. Switch. 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 And neutral cat posture. 3 deep breaths. Keep your arms exactly where they are. Move your knees just a bit back. Knees just a bit back. Yes, just a bit, not too far. Now tuck your toes in and come to plank posture. Lifting the knees off the mat, bring the shoulders right over the wrists. No neck action, head and spine are in a straight line. Strong legs. The back shoulder blades are going away from each other. Spine going toward the ceiling. 5 deep breaths, 5. Strong legs, strong back. Strong abdomen, 2. 1, drop your knees down, relax. Three deep breaths. Second round of plank posture. Coming to plank. Abdomen really tight, keep the abdomen really tight, legs tight. Shoulder blades going away from each other, strong plank posture. 5 deep breaths, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Relax. Now place the elbows where the palms are. Palms on the mat. You can have the palms closer to each other. Your fingers maybe, your thumbs may be touching each other. That's fine. Your even index finger may be touching. That's okay. Now make sure that your elbows are shoulder width apart and no wider than shoulder width. No wider than shoulder width. Now walk back and bring your entire body parallel to the ground, shoulders right over the elbows. plank on elbows. Strong legs, abdomen really tight. You're looking down between the forearms. 5 deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down and relax your forehead down on the mat. If that is not comfortable, walk your knees forward a bit and then bring up the hips, Sanjay. Bring up the hips. Walk your knees forward. Yes, and forehead on the mat. Or you can even, yes, you can make a tight fist or have your forearms folded and you can have your forehead resting on the forearms. Before we attempt the second round of plank on elbows, rest. Take a deep breath, exhale. Bring your elbows shoulder width apart. Bring your elbows back, shoulder width apart, palms on the mat. Palms can be closer. Now walk back, plank on elbows, second round. Bring the shoulder right over the elbow. 5 deep breaths, abdomen tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees down. Walk your knees forward and forehead toward the ground. Fold your elbows and make a bed for your forehead. Sitting down in Sukhasana. Now, by now, your body must be warmed up. There are several ways of warming up. The sequence that we just did is one way of warming up. The big muscles in the body, we brought the big muscles in the body and we got the spine to go through its range, not the entire range, at least up and down. And that is a preparation that you can always have a warm up before you practice Surya Namaskara. Unless you are very well practiced, you've been practicing for long, you can directly go. But I would recommend, I do a bit of a warm up before I do Surya Namaskara in my practice. And so please do that. This will avoid or reduce the chance of injuries. If the body is not warm and they are really jumping into, okay, I have to do 6 Surya Namaskaras today and I don't have time, I have 10-15 minutes and I'm going to jump in. If you do this, you might cause injury and then you may not be able to continue. Now, all of you sitting down, I would instruct one round of Surya Namaskara, so Sanjay on the screen can practice it. You can just know, we can just observe. Then we will do each posture separately and then we can put all of this together. Sanjay, if you could stand up. Front of the mat, Tadasana. Tadasana is feet close together. Arms relaxing by the side. Somehow we lost Manjit. 3 deep breaths. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling right foot back. Left foot back. Exhaling, drop your knees down, chest between the palms, chin down. Inhaling, Bhujangasana, scooping forward. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, right foot forward. Exhaling, left foot forward. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskar Mudra. Take a deep breath, exhale. Next inhalation, back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Inhaling left foot back. Right foot back. Exhaling, drop your knees down, chest between the palms, chin down. Inhaling, scooping forward, Bhujangasana. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling, left foot forward. Exhaling, right foot forward. Inhaling, back bend. Exhaling, Namaskar Mudra. Release your arms, and that is one round. Now, if you haven't practiced at all, this might seem like a cardio. And if you're already athletic, this might not mean much to you, or this may not be a big deal. And so there can be a range. But what is important is follow, please sit, Sanjay, sit Sanjay for a minute. What is important to note is there is a fixed sequence. We always follow the sequence. There is no skipping the postures in between. That is one. Second, inhaling as you open up and exhaling as you close down. Inhaling back bend, exhaling forward. Inhaling right foot back. And you hold the breath as you take your left foot back, and then as you exhale, drop your knees down, chest between the palms. Inhaling, scooping forward. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right foot forward, open up. Exhaling, left foot forward, close down. Inhaling, back bend, open up. Exhaling, Namaskar Mudra. As you can see, the inhalations and exhalations are coinciding or coordinated with opening up or closing down. And so you can think of the postures being there to aid the inhalations or exhalations. And so keep that in mind. And second, when you're beginning to practice, I say inhale back bend. And then I immediately say exhale forward bend. You may not be able to just do inhale or exhale. As you inhale, you might do another breath in the backward bending posture itself. And that is okay in the beginning stages. And then when I say exhale forward bend, always exhale, even if you had taken a breath in the back bend, always exhale as you transition from back bend to forward bend. And so in the posture, usually the practice is to not waste any breaths in the Surya Namaskara. I say waste, but maybe I should rephrase that. When we practice properly, we don't need extra breaths in the posture. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Even though that is how we would like to practice, you might need to begin with extra breaths in between, and that is okay. But always coordinate the transitions with inhalations or exhalations. Any questions before we proceed? The rest we will take each posture and practice. Any questions before we proceed? All of you come up to standing. Front of the mat, feet close together. Namaskar Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling, come back to Namaskar Mudra. So the few things to notice, You move your hips forward and you raise the chest and you look up at the ceiling. You don't even have to drop your head on the back as Sanjay did. Simply look up at the ceiling and that is okay. Let's do that without dropping the head. Inhaling, look up and move your hips forward, raise the chest, and exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Two important things. Hips moving forward, chest rising up, arms going back as much as you can, no aggression. Now let's do forward bend. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Full forward bend, bend from the hips. Now start bending the knees, start bending the knees. Bend the knees, yes, bend the knees and allow the abdomen to get closer to the thighs, head down. And when you do that, you would be able to exhale more completely. Hands on your waist, inhaling, come up. In forward bend, it is okay, even though Uttanasana is practiced with the knees straight. But many of us would have hamstring restrictions already, at least to begin with. And to not cause injuries to the hamstring, you can bend the knees. Not a problem at all. But what you should keep in mind is to bend from the hips rather than bend from the waist. Always bend from the hips. Let's practice this one more time. Namaskara Mudra. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Bend the knees enough to place the abdomen on the thighs, head down, completely relaxing. Now from here, next inhalation, take your right foot back, long step back, and look up. Now you will feel the right hip opening, back foot is on the toes, front foot is flat on the mat, hips relaxing down to the front and down. You might initially have more weight on your, for example, right palm or right toe, right fingertips, but that's okay. But focus on the hips opening as you inhale and allow the hips to relax toward the front. Now place the palms firmly on the mat. Take your left foot back and come to plank posture. This we practiced earlier. Now, the most important point is to keep the abdomen held and shoulder blades away from each other. Next exhalation, drop your knees down. Now, take your chest toward the mat. If you can bring it between the palms, do that, or in front of the palms, it's also okay. Or simply lie down on the mat. That is Ashtanga Namaskara. If you can, your toes are on the mat, knees are on the mat, chest is on the mat, chin is on the mat, and both your palms are on the mat. Ashtanga, 8 points on the mat, as in Ashtanga Namaskara. Now, inhaling, scoop forward, Bhujangasana. For Bhujangasana, take the toes pointing to the back, both toes pointing to the back, big toes touching each other. Bring the toes touching each other. Now Sanjay is doing full or extended, he's almost doing Urdhva Mukha. Release the posture, Sanjay. Bend the elbows, go back down, go back down, go back down. Now keep the elbows close to the body, palms by the side of the chest, chin down on the mat. Now simply with the inhalation, raise your chin and head up, chin and head up. No weight on the palms, no weight on the palms. Yes, palms can be on the mat, but you're not pushing up with the palms. This is Bhujangasana. Now, exhaling, tuck your toes in, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Raise your seat bones up toward the ceiling. and head going down, chest going toward the knees. Now slightly bend the knees. Slightly bend the knees and allowing the chest to move toward the knees. Palms on the mat. Entirely on the mat. All the fingers on the mat. Look at your fingers. Are all the fingers on the mat? Check that all the fingers on the mat. Fingers can be spread. And then you can be on the toes on your back. Even if you don't land the heels, at least be on the toes. Head down, completely head relaxed. Now, next inhalation, right foot forward between the palms, Ashvasanchalana. Now, those who cannot go back or go front like this, right foot back, plank, Adho Mukha. When we need to go forward and you're not able to get your right foot all the way to the front in one step, drop both the knees down. Inhaling, take your right foot forward between the palms and take the left knee off the mat. You can do this, and you do this as you inhale. Now exhaling, bring the left foot forward. Exhaling, bring the left foot forward and head down. You can bend the knees, abdomen connecting to the thighs as much as you can, relax. And then press the palms together, inhaling back bend. Exhaling Namaskar Mudra. And then here, take one deep breath. Between the right side and left side, you can take one breath. And if you want, in the beginning, if you are completely new, you can take a few breaths, but you can always take one breath between the sides. Now let's continue with the other side. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling forward bend. Bend the knees, abdomen on the thighs, head down. Inhaling left foot back. Right foot back. Exhaling, drop your knees down, chest toward the mat, and lie down if you need to completely, but palms on the mat, elbows close to the body. Inhaling, Bhujangasana, toes pointing back, big toes touching each other like a cobra. This is cobra posture. And then next exhalation, tuck your toes in and go back up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Next inhalation, left foot forward between the palms. Exhaling, right foot forward. Inhaling back. Exhaling, Namaskara Mudra. Release your arms. We have finished one round of practice. Now, as I said, you can take breaths in between, but as you transition, always inhale or exhale as I instructed. Now let us do one round of Surya Namaskara without any interruptions. And then we'll have questions at the end. Namaskara Mudra. Tadasana, feet close together. Inhaling back bend. Hasta Uttana. Exhaling Uttanasana, full forward bend. Inhaling right foot back, Ashvasanchalana. Left foot back, Palakasana. Exhaling Ashtanga Namaskara, drop your knees down, chest between the palms. Inhaling Bhujangasana. Exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhaling right foot forward. Exhaling left foot forward, Uttanasana. Inhaling back bend, Hasta Uttana. Exhaling Namaskara Mudra. Take a deep breath, exhale. Inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Inhaling left foot back. Right foot back. Exhaling Ashtanga. Inhaling Bhujanga. Exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling left foot forward. Exhaling right foot forward. Inhaling back. Exhaling Namaskar Mudra. Release your arms. Sit in Sukhasana. Questions?
Hello, my name is Bharat.
Yes.
So I was doing Surya Namaskar for the last 7 to 8 days.
Yes.
After 2 rounds, I used to feel pain in the shoulder or pain in the. But then it used to go. Next day it used to go. But any reason for the pain? Is it because of the breathing?
Several reasons, Bharat. We have, see, our lifestyle is such that we are slouched in front of phones and laptops all day, and we abuse certain muscles. And so we have built different restrictions, different people, different restrictions. And all of that might show up differently for different people as we practice this. Hatha yoga practice is a balancing practice. Balancing the right and the left, up and down, outward and inward. And as we practice Hatha yoga, the restrictions that you saw or the edges that you felt as pain, as you practice diligently and as per instructions, you will overcome them and they will simply melt away.
Okay, thank you.
Others, other questions? Good question, Bharat. Thank you. Others?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, whenever we are going from Ashtanga Namaskara to Bhujangasana,
Yeah.
so unknowingly I'm getting into that cobra posture. Is it okay to regularly get into that?
From Ashtanga, we do inhaling Bhujanga.
Yeah, I'm going to the cobra posture during that time, Bhujanga.
Bhujanga is cobra posture.
Okay.
So you're saying in Ashtanga itself, you're doing cobra posture?
No, like not putting too much pressure on the hands. You just corrected Sanjay on that, right?
Yes.
When he was getting into the cobra and you said you need not have to press your hands and make your elbows straight.
Yes.
So every time I'm going into that elbow straight posture, is that okay to continue?
In fact, from Bhujanga, without much of a weight on the palms, you come to Bhujanga. And then you can press the palms and straighten the elbows, and you will definitely get more inhalation possible.
Okay.
Urdhva Mukha. It's almost like Urdhva Mukha, what Sanjay was doing, right?
Yeah.
Only thing missing from Urdhva Mukha is the knees were on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So what you do is you inhaling, come up in Bhujanga. And when you press, as I say, exhale Adho Mukha. But before you exhale, you can actually breathe more by pressing the palms and straightening the elbow and coming up in Urdhva Mukha. You can definitely inhale more.
Yeah.
And then tuck your toes in, exhaling Adho Mukha.
That becomes like a preparation for the Adho Mukha also.
Yes.
Exhaling
Yes.
right.
Yes. Yes, Priya. Very nice. Yeah, very nice. Yes, Priya. Exactly right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Other questions? We have a Yammer group. Please continue to post your questions, observations. This can be a life transforming practice. This can be a journey that can be very rewarding, not just physically, but psychologically, energetically. And so that is my hope and wish. And so we can use the Yammer forum to post pictures. If you're practicing, have others take pictures and post it. You can post questions. We'll all participate there and help each other, encourage each other. And to end the session, let's do Savasana practice, lying down on your back. Separate the legs comfortably apart. Take your arms just a bit away from the body, allowing your armpits to breathe. Your head is comfortably lying down on the mat. Chin is not pointing up. Your head and spine comfortable. No strain on the neck or shoulders. Softly close your eyes. Relax your head, jaws. Relax the shoulders. Relax the hips. Relax the legs, feet. Relax the arms. With the eyes softly closed, allow the body to be taken over by gravity, as if you are free falling into the mat. And bring your attention to your abdomen. See the abdomen rise up as you inhale. And observe internally, not with open eyes. See the abdomen relax down to the mat as you exhale. Inhaling, the abdomen goes up. Exhaling, abdomen relaxes down. Not forced down, it relaxes down. And continue to watch each of those breaths. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently move your fingers and toes. Bring the legs together. Interlace fingers and stretch your arms up toward the back wall. And stretch from fingers to toes. Release the fingers. Bend your knees. Roll onto your right side. Use your right arm, bent right arm on the floor as a pillow. Both knees bent. Left palm on the left thigh. When you're ready to sit up in any comfortable seated posture, eyes closed, facing forward. Meditative posture. Elbows bent, back of the hands on your thighs and knees. Spine comfortably erect, eyes softly closed. Whatever the inner state of your body, how it feels. the breath in the emotional state. Accept whatever state that is. No fighting what is. You directly observe as directly as you can. And you accept what you see. Palms to the heart center. Thanking the Mother Earth. Rub your palms vigorously. Massage your closed eyes and blink your eyes open. Namaste. Thank you for joining this session, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. If you have any